Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting day. Welcome back to the channel. I remain your host Algo Joseph. So in this video I'll be sharing with you how you can basically achieve this type of flyer design in Photoshop. Please, if you're coming across this channel for the very first time, this is a graphic design channel, and do well to join the community by smashing the subscribe button and turning on the post notification bell to get post notification whenever I upload new content on this channel. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you guys for always watching. Please, if you do find this video helpful, do well to leave a like on this video. Please leave a like on this video if you obtain value, so that the YouTube algorithm can suggest this content to other viewers on this search engine. Thank you guys. So the first thing you have to do here is to create a new project on which you'll be designing on. So here we have the new document, and over here you can go ahead to set your parameters as follows for your canvas. The unit of measurement is in pixels, 1080 by 1350. This is a design that will be used across social media platforms. Okay, so resolution can be set on 300, but this is actually dependent on the specification of your PC. If your PC is of low spec, do well to scale down your resolution to about 72 to 100 to be precise. Leave the color mode on RGB because this content will be used across socials. So afterwards, you can go ahead to give your project a name if you see it fit and click on the create button. So here we have the canvas on which we'll be designing on. The next thing I'd like to do is to bring in the exercise file I'll be using to create this design. So over here I have the resources I'll be using to create this design. Please do well to check the video description. You'll find the link to this exercise file in the video description. The first phase of creating the design has to do with creating of the background first thing first. So click on this background layer, head over to solid fill and create a solid fill of this shade of black to be precise. Here is hex code. You can go ahead to click on OK afterwards. Here the next thing we'd like to do is to turn off this layer and create the moonlight effect over here. So afterwards I'll head over here to pick my shape tool, and for you to pick your shape tool, the keyboard shortcut is called U. You can see it. So I can right click and select from the collections of shapes here and select an ellipse. All I have to do is left click and drag holding shift to create it in form of what? A perfect circle. Okay, so I can create it this way, and if I'm good I can leave the mouse. So moving on, I would like to double click over here and sample this particular color here. Here's the hex code to the color I'm using. You can click on OK. Okay, that is in terms of that. So moving on, I'd like to enable this layer here to be sure that it is well positioned. So I hit Ctrl T, but before doing that, right click and convert your layer to a smart object. By doing so, it basically allows you to maintain the image quality whenever you scale it out, and it also gives room for subsequent modification whenever you apply filters to that particular layer. Okay, so I'll hit Ctrl T, scale this down, break this down over here like this. Okay, I can scale it down like this. Okay, this is okay. The next thing, I'll select the ellipse, Ctrl T to transform, hold Alt to scale out from the middle. Then you can go ahead to position it the way you want it. I can say Ctrl A, pick the move tool and make sure this shape is aligned horizontally to the center of the canvas. Hit Ctrl D to deselect. Use your move tool to move this image this way so that the head of the subject can be in the middle of the shape. Okay, please take note of that. So after we are done with that, I would like to make a duplicate and make this circle glow. I'll make a duplicate of this twice. Ctrl J twice to make duplicate of that layer. Turn off every other layer. Select the first layer here. Okay, I would like to apply a blur effect to this. Head over to filter, blur, and apply a Gaussian blur. Convert to smart object and set your blur radius to around let me see, around this. I need to just blur out the edges. Okay, click on OK. That's for that. For this other one, you enable it, head over to filter, apply blur and Gaussian blur. Okay, I'll convert to object as well, increase the blur percentage to around let me see what works. I think this is okay. I can click on OK, and afterwards I can reduce the opacity of this layer to around let me see 40. Okay, this works perfectly well for this. Okay, select this, turn it on as well. Head over to filter, apply your blur again, and apply a Gaussian blur. Okay, so convert to smart object. So we are just repeating the same thing, but this time around I will scale this to around this, and also change the blending mode of this. So all I have to do is to do what? Click on blending option here and change this to color. Okay, and reduce the opacity of this to around 55 works. Okay, but for this I would like to take it directly above the subject. I need the color fill to be applied on the surface of the subject. Okay, that's in terms of that. So I can select this, hold shift, select this, hit Ctrl G to group this, rename this by double clicking and call this BG, which stands for the background. Then for this, I'll turn off this. I would like to soften the noise texture that came with this image. So I'll select the image, head over to filter and apply the camera raw. So over here on the camera raw, I would like to enable the before and the after. Ctrl plus to zoom in so that you have a good preview. Head over to basics. Okay, and over here I won't do much. I'll just increase the clarity a little bit and head over to details. So over here I'll apply more of noise reduction to reduce the noising on the skin of the subject. Click on OK if you are good to go. Then you can go ahead to turn on this layer and you have your image looking like this. Okay, so take note of that. So afterwards I can select this and this, group them by hitting Ctrl G to group them, and afterwards I can add a layer mask here. I like to soften the edge over here, so I'll pick the gradient tool instead of the brush. Make sure the foreground is set on black and you're on the white mask layer. Left click and drag out like this to apply and soften the edge of this image. That is how you can basically achieve this. So on the final phase, which has to do with placing of the text, all you have to do is to pick your text tool and come over here, left click and type in the word stay focused. Okay, so hit Ctrl T to transform it out, scale it out, make it big. Okay, make sure it is well aligned. Okay, Ctrl A, pick your move tool and align this horizontally. Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, Ctrl D to deselect rather. Pick your text tool and make this white, this stay. Change the fill color to white. Okay, we are trying to play with colors, thereby creating contrast. Okay, so afterwards I can go ahead to scale it further if I choose to. Pick the text to left click and drag out this way like this. Okay, change my line method to the middle. Head over to your character panel. Please, if yours is not here, you can enable it from the window panel here and you are good to go. Okay, so over here I want to increase the size of this text to like 2 pixels, increase the spacing between each text like this. Okay, and click on the check, change the fill color to white so that the text can be seen. For this I'll change the font to another font called Montserrat. I can then choose to change this to regular to be precise. So I hit Ctrl T, scale this down and make sure it is in the middle. So I hit Ctrl A, pick the move tool, okay, and align the text horizontally to the middle. Ctrl D to deselect. Okay, if the text is too lengthy, you can click in here and do what? Stretch out this like this. I think this works perfectly well. Check, align it to the middle. Ctrl A, pick your move tool, align horizontally. Ctrl D to deselect. So I'm just using the Lorem Ipsum default text. Hold Alt, left click and drag this down this way to create a duplicate. And if you have any text of your choice, you can also place it in there, or if you want to reduce the text, you can also do that like this. Okay, so that is in terms of this. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we have come to the end of this. If you do find this helpful, do it to leave a like, do it to smash the like button. Guys, support me by smashing the like button. If you have any thoughts, any question on your mind, leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you're watching all this while, do it to smash the subscribe button and turn on the post notification bell to get post notification whenever I upload new content. And to our returning subscribers, thank you guys for always watching. I always appreciate you all. As usual, I'll see you in the next.